Sorry, Mike.
Go.
Good morning, Bill.
Good morning. So congratulations on Saturday. I thought we had
A phenomenal day.
I thought it was great. Uh
I thought it was great too.
and the feedback that we've received from Patty and Donna and even Sophie was all excellent.
Yes.
So yeah. Unfortunately, we did have a couple of the technical glitches, which I think it was my fault. I don't think it was the video's fault at all. I think I may have the on the visualization part, I think I may have just hit share the screen, and you still have to check share the volume
Yeah.
over on the right. And I might have missed that. Now, why it did that on the Mind movies, I don't know.
Yeah, the
It
Mind Movies was breaking up
Yeah, it might have been
pretty
the
bad.
same thing because I yesterday I redid it
Hmm.
just with me on there just to
Yeah.
record it to see if it sounded right, and it all sounded right. So
Hmm.
I have no idea, but I sent everyone a copy of that generic Mind movie anyway, even though now they have their own subscription.
There you go. I love it. Yeah,
Benefit
I
it
sent
being a benefit of being at the first ever party.
definitely. There are benefits and perks. I felt really good vibes,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
And
It was high vibration all the way
I've had
around.
several people ask for recordings, and I said no.
Yep.
Um, and my and what I put in my response is true, but I left out a part as well. Um, the other part that I left out is if this is important to people, they should show up. Not just expect a recording because other places give them a recording. They can
Right.
just not show up and then watch and fast forward and whatever on their own time. I just think if it's important enough, you'll make the time. And if you have other things that day that you can't make it, that's fine. You just come to the next one. So
Absolutely.
and the fact that we're doing a visualization in it for 20 minutes and 25 minutes, that's not a good thing to have on a recording anyway. If you're trying to listen it in on your car or something of that
Right.
nature, I don't want to be responsible for that either. And same thing with the Mind movie. So,
Definitely. So my children all came over yesterday and we put up the tree. I waited to be able to have all of them there. It was really important to me to have my middle daughter Jordan be participatory in that since it would be her first. Um, and she put up the star, because that's what we put on the top of the tree is a star. Nothing to do with my last name, by the way, but it just happened that way. Um,
or the star of your own movie. Nothing to
right,
do with that.
right, nothing at all. But it was just a really beautiful um experience moment.
And are the stockings hung by the chimney with care? With a,
They are hung on the
it's easy when you believe it in as a stocking stuffer.
the stockings are hung on a wall, but they will be stuffed.
Yeah,
Oh, if it's easy.
shameless
Um,
plugs.
all the time. We got to do
But
it.
with that said, I'll interrupt your train of thought for just a second. What a fantastic comment from Patty about the book. And that she loved it. She thought it was well written. She thought that it was written for where younger people could. I mean, it hit all of the things that we tried to do. So yeah, we may have to get her to write a review for us.
Yes, that would be wonderful. Um, it's definitely it just felt really good, just to be able to host that imagination party and bring excitement and just let people know that hey, you're here to be supported, you're here to have fun. and manifest. And so I don't think, I believe that for our next imagination party, we need to definitely drive in the importance of setting deliberate intentions for the remaining days of 2024, and going into 2025, just hitting off, with hitting the pavement, just moving at lightning speed.
Yeah, and with the format that we're using, that it is all about finding your voice, having some fun, and at the same time growing, we can encourage and hopefully they will share some of those intentions for 2025, with the group. And in turn, the group can help them, with the mindset and with the vibrations to actually achieve those intentions even quicker than maybe what they thought they would. So yeah, I want to do. In fact, I will put together a visualization on intentions rather than money.
Yeah,
Um, of course, money will be in it, but I mean, uh,
yeah. Overall, as a
confidence and intentions. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Let me write that down as something to do.
I don't know what's
Not
going
that I
on
don't
with
have a
you.
lot to do. I'm amazed at how much I keep putting uh, on my schedule.
Well, you get done what you're able to get done, and things will get done.
Oh yeah, no, no, I'm not worried about
You know,
getting it done. In fact, I'm not really worried about any of it.
yeah,
Um, I just want to make sure that they're lined up in priority
right.
is all. Um, so did you want to talk about your Sunday anymore?
It was just a great experience.
No? Okay. Well, I spent my Sunday doing a couple things. First, I wrote a thank you from both of us without even asking you. I figured
Yeah,
you
no,
were.
I saw that. Yeah, I was like, this is beautiful. I couldn't have said it any better. That was
Well,
magical.
yeah,
I
you
love it.
could have. You could have put the correct date or not the date, the correct day. I have no clue because even looking up at my calendar, even for January, the 28th is on a Sunday. Oh, November it was on a Thursday.
Oh,
I've got
so
to
you
be
were
more
looking at the
specific.
wrong
Yeah,
calendar.
I got to be more specific on my calendar when I look at it. There we go. See? Now I know what I did. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, I wrote that and I used some time to do the Paul McKenna hypnotherapy, as well as I went on another site. It's, what is it called? Institute of Interpersonal Hypnotherapy. And it's accredited by the Department of Education for the state of Florida. Its main corporate offices are in Tampa, but it is online for anybody in the United States. They just had to have a state to be able to accredit it with the Department of Education. It is much more in depth than the Paul McKenna, and in fact, it takes 8 months to complete, almost nine, and that's doing about 15 hours a week with it. In retrospect or in comparison to the one with McKenna. McKenna is 4 months, and it is if you only did the labs, if you only did the recorded material and then the two labs, it would only be about 7 hours a week. So you're doing about 7 to 8. So you're doing almost twice as much studying per week, as well as twice the amount of weeks to get to the course. And it's very in depth. And if you want to look it up, it's Institute of Interpersonal Hypnotherapy. The first 100 hours of it, I think it's the first 100 hours, is free. which encompasses probably about, they say 100 hours. I think the videos that are free is like 9 hours worth or something. And a good share of it is introducing the school, introducing the people from the school, that type of stuff. So I haven't even gotten into the part where they do anything except talk about who they are and the different people that they had as mentors and what their education levels were going through this. But it's been extremely informative for me, and it keeps pulling at my wallet. I tell- it keeps pulling. I mean, I talked about the amount of time, more time it is for this course than Paul McKenna's. I could get through the time because the times for a lot of it are in the evening, where normally I don't have that blocked off for anything. Uh, but the price tag is also about triple what Paul McKenna is. So yeah, it's a salty little class. So, and I don't mean salty like we called sailors. Sailors were salty, but yeah. So yeah, but I'm looking at that uh, not only because it helps in what we do, um, but it's fun. It's rewarding. And I'm not talking about the stage hypnotherapy at all. I'm just talking about the workings of the mind and the subconscious and unconscious mind. And then when you put that together with trying to create an atmosphere of love, peace, joy, and and gratitude. And he talks about that a lot. That's one of the reasons I'm getting pulled in his direction is he is really coming from a spiritual back background rather than, I mean, he studied religion in college, but this isn't about religion, even though there is a little bit of it in there. But it's basically coming from trying to help people find that peace, love, joy, and gratitude. And so yeah, it's, if you wanted to watch the first part of that, it's free. Like I said, it's about 8 or 9 hours. I wouldn't put that as a priority for you right now, but I mean, it's fun. So if you have the extra time, and along with that, in there, did I write it down? I didn't write it down. I just saved the link to it on my computer. You can get certified as a meditation instructor, basically, as a certificate coach, a meditation course coach for free. Yeah, it's absolutely free, and it's through the same institute. You can't get certified for at least a year, though. After you have to practice it for a year before they'll give you the certification. And I haven't really looked into it. I just like the words free a lot. Uh,
Sounds good.
and I like the fact that it was meditation. Let's see it's called the Online Monastery with the Institute of Interpersonal Hypnotherapy.
What's the guy's name?
What's that?
I'm sorry, not the guy's name. What did I say? Because I saw a picture of a guy. What's the name of I wrote it down, but I feel like I'm missing something. The Institute of Hypnotherapy.
Yeah, the Institute of Interpersonal
Oh,
Hypnotherapy. And the other one, you can just go to onlinemonastery.com and sign up for the free classes on meditation. And then if you desire, after a year of practicing that, you can get certified as I guess as an instructor. You're certified in it, whatever that means these days. Uh, but absolutely free. And I don't know how long that course is or how much time it's going to take. Again, like I said, there were two words in there I liked. One was free, and one was meditation. Oh, and then a third word, certified. Yeah, I liked all three of those words. So. Just another part of my resume down the road. So, and
Love
then
it,
they've
love it.
got a meditation for discover your life's purpose. If you call their phone number, they will send you a free copy of that as well for your, um, which is really, really kind of nice. I spent most of my Sunday uh, playing with all of that stuff, almost all hypnotherapy.
I'm definitely looking at um taking the Paul McKenna in the new year because you got it embedded in my brain.
Yeah, this one,
So,
this one, it in the down in the future, after you've done Paul McKenna, and if you have time between your speaking engagements and your book writing and your coaching, would it goes into past life regression and stuff of that
mm,
nature as well. So, which is really great for dealing with phobias and things like that. And another thing that was really, really, I talk a lot about it, and so do you, about clues, from the universe and stuff. And
mm,
I had just had a discussion Saturday afternoon with Jim Inglis from
mm,
Scotland. Um,
Scotland.
yeah. And he didn't make our party, which I'm kind of surprised, but it is kind of late at night for him. I think it's like 10 o'clock at night for him.
Yeah.
So,
And some people like to go to bed at a reasonable hour.
yeah, so maybe he will come to the next one as well. But he mentioned a hypnotherapist or a hypnotist that he studied under by the name of Gil Boyne, who has now passed away. And I had never heard of the guy. He was really big in stage hypnotics and stuff of that nature. And this guy at the Institute of Interpersonal Hypnotherapy studied under the same guy. It was just, it's we call them coincidences, but are they really coincidence or are they nudges and slaps on the head from the universe that I had never heard, or at least it had never registered that particular hypnotist, Gil Boynes. And all of a sudden, I'm talking to Jim, and Jim was really, I mean, just ecstatic about the fact that he learned so much from that guy. And then all of a sudden, the next person I talked to, and well, I didn't even talk to it, but the next thing that I do involving hypnotherapy, they're talking about the same individual and about how they got their training from that same individual. I just thought that was again, not a coincidence. I thought that is something that the universe is just saying to me that, got to pay attention a little more to Gil Boyne.
Yeah, I see, he passed in May of 2010.
So I didn't write down what I thought about, or not thought about, but what came to me in my visualization session this morning, and I meant to write it down because it seems so darn important, and now it's gone out the ear. So the universe will slap me upside the head later today, probably, and remind me uh, what I was thinking about. Well, I also reached out to a Kajabi expert.
Hmm.
I'm going to get I guess it's probably going to be a Zoom call with them. And I told them, told this individual that I would need my hand held, especially in the beginning. Uh, so I want to see what they would charge me to help us set up the Kajabi platform for us so that we can really get started. Now I know what I was going to talk to you about. See, the universe said, do, 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 do. Yeah. As soon as I started talking about programs, I think on Saturday I mentioned on the Zoom call with Mary that one of my intentions for the first quarter of 2025 was to go on a weight journey, a perfect weight journey, and to personally mentor at least one person using mindset and uh, and and habits that are beneficial to what we're doing. I haven't reached out. I was going to reach out to Donna because she had mentioned before about wanting to lose 20 or 30 pounds or something like that. And because it's going to entail whoever that I do this with is going to have to meet with me at least a couple times a week, just as a strategy and imagination type bit to it, and has to be vulnerable.
Yeah, if you are unable to find someone, I'm
Well,
I'm trying to
that was the
release
reason I brought it
50.
up to you. I wanted to see if you wanted to do it with us and
Yeah,
make it a three person.
yes, I have to, for my health, for my peace of mind, release 50 pounds because some pictures were taken last night, of the family, and it was a beautiful, happy moment, but I noticed those things and they do bother me.
Well,
I'm gonna be
yeah,
honest.
this is going to be basically a 12 week, a 3 month coaching program through Mindset. And you and I would be the coaches. It would not, it would also keep us on task. And it wouldn't be to lose 50 pounds in 3 months because that's too quick because
Yeah, no,
you're doing it through mindset and you're doing it through changing of habits. So it wouldn't be more than about 20 pounds, which is a great start in 3 months, I think. And that's achievable for all of us because, the doctors tell you try not to lose more than 2 to 3 pounds a week. So what you're doing is you're resetting your metabolism, you're resetting your eating habits, you're doing a lot of different things, and then the body will just start cooperating. So I figured 20 pounds in the first 3 months, and then, we can continue it, but we can record it. We can record it, we can carry it on our Zoom channel, and we can actually make it because it's going to entail visualization sessions as well as some hypnotherapy sessions as well, but we can actually use that as one of our courses by the end of March that we can put on our Kajabi platform that we can say, hey, look, now who wants to come with us? And this is, what it'll cost you to do it. But, you know, we have success with this.
definitely. And for me, the thing that's this is a Lisa Nichols thing that she said because she was on um a weight loss journey some time ago. Um and uh the the phrase "I need to lose whatever" and put a number behind, she said, you haven't lost it because that means you're looking for it again. So release because it's something that we're holding on to.
Yeah. See
And
what you were
so
saying? Well, you were saying that I wrote down perfect weight loss quest or perfect weight loss journey. It's not going to be a journey to lose weight. It's going to be a perfect weight quest. Yeah, rather than
yeah, and so that word loss, like we lose family, we lose friends, we lose things, we either lose them or misplace them. But when you're releasing some, because the weight, if you just think of it from the perspective of your mind, a lot of it has to do not only the mechanical part of what your body's doing based on what you're eating or your own metabolism or your genetic makeup and all those other things, but um where for me, I'll speak for me, I can't speak for anyone else. For me, holding on to weight that is not healthy on for many reasons. One of them is the mind, because when I look at pictures of myself when I was at a comfortable weight that I felt good about, when I looked at my body, I looked healthy, I looked energetic, I looked the way that I wanted to look. And when I see pictures in happy moments that I'm sharing with my family and I see roly polies, as I call them.
But you used
Oh,
a couple good words in there. You used a weight I felt good at.
mhm.
That's what it's about.
Right.
you're not going to want to go on this journey if you feel good about the weight you're on right now.
Yeah, no, no,
So
definitely not. So for me, the language that works for me, it's going to work for other people that however they put it, but I can guarantee that saying that you want to lose weight is just not. And this comes from my mentor, my idol, in all very good ways. Uh, Release, because we are holding on to that weight for whatever reason. You know,
yeah,
some
I
of
don't
us
want
are
to find
holding
it
on to,
again.
yeah, I definitely don't. So I just want to release the weight that is no longer serving me. And I understand the psychological reasoning for weight gain for myself. Again, I can only speak for myself. Uh, and I want to continue on the path of releasing any habits or ways of thinking that have attributed to collecting this extra weight that does not, for me personally, serve me. I know the negative impact that it has. And so this is really, even when we were doing our setting up our thing, I don't know why I'm at a loss for words right now.
Our party,
A workshop on Saturday that we did with
our
Mary.
imagination party.
No, not our party. Our
Oh, the Mary workshop.
session.
I don't know what
Yes.
she called that either.
Yeah.
Organizational something.
Organization. There we go. So I put that on there, and that was what came up under the first, 5 minutes of put everything on the list, and that came up probably third on my list, behind, the other things that I thought took priority. And then of course, um, I realized that it is extremely important for me to release this extra weight that I've picked up along the way in the last 7 or 8 years. Uh, and for me, I'm at the heaviest I've been in my entire life. I've never even been this heavy while pregnant. I think I'm 20 pounds heavier than my heaviest being pregnant. And so, um,
You
in
know,
doing,
the funny thing is the other day, you know, my wife went to Home Depot and she bought some potting soil. And the
Mhm,
potting soils were like 27 to 30 pounds, I think 27 and a half pounds or something, you know.
right,
So I had one in one arm and one in the other arm. So you're looking at 55 pounds or so.
mhm,
And I'm thinking, my goodness, I run around the bases playing softball, carrying between 30 and 40 extra pounds. What is that doing to my system? What is
mhm,
that, my pumping blood to your heart?
mhm,
What is that doing to my speed? How much quicker could I be if I didn't have to log an extra 20 to 30 pounds? And actually, for me, um, 40 pounds would be the goal, would be the
mhm.
overall goal. So this first quarter would be taking care of about half of that. And I just, I got this feeling, this good feeling about wow, how great it would be feeling just when you hit a double. Real now you got a triple, because you left 30 pounds behind, So I mean, it's amazing. So that's actually going to be one of the things that I do during this thing to remind myself is I'm going to probably every day lift a bag of something like that potting soil and walk around with it just to remind myself that it doesn't feel good to have that stuff.
And metaphorically, Bill, I see it. This is everyone. This is why when I do these imagination morning hour sessions, that sometimes extend a little bit further, but because we get these ideas that just book pop in there. Um, Back to you, Bill. I just got the thought, metaphorically speaking, you picking up that bag of, potting soil is the same way that we pick up weight along the way of anything, but because we're on the subject of weight, we pick it up. and we hold on to it for dear life. I want to keep this. This feels safe.
Bad
Anyway,
habits, bad
yes,
thoughts.
yes. And so you hold on to all this stuff, and before you like take your background, you're walking, on the side of those mountains, and you want to make it to the very top, but you're carrying all this extra stuff that you could just let go of, and it would make your climb so much easier.
You know, it's been about 10 years. Yeah, it's been about 10 years now. I went to Okinawa, maybe 11 years. Okay. I went to Okinawa to see my daughter, and I went by myself. Her and her husband and the kids were stationed over in Okinawa. And I was about 20 pounds lighter than I am now. So in about the last 10 to 11 years, I gained 20 pounds. And we had to go down some stairs similar, uh, down a mountain
Hmm.
similar to that grade right there. And
Right.
these people do this all the time. They're just little brick stairs going down to it. And going down was even hard. You lose your breath even going down because I mean it's a very long way down, and it's to where all the surfers hang out and all the divers, and it was just a really, really beautiful place. And I made it all the way down, huffing and a puffing, Uh, but I'm one of those people that's not. This is a challenge. I'm going to do that,
Mhm.
without going up. It's like, you okay? You okay? I'm fine. You know? So I could imagine just being another 20 pounds lighter would have made that journey up and down that mountain so much easier. So yeah.
Definitely. I'm drinking some balm tea, which is supposed to help with, sorry, um, I got in a seed from a lemon
Mm.
slice, y'all. So in case you were wondering what I was doing,
No, I keep thinking I want to get out on that rock in the lake there and just throw in a fishing line and meditate and you and your background
oh,
there.
there we go. Yeah, I'm trying
Yeah.
to figure out which way do I turn.
You just sit on a rock and toss out a line and
Yes,
hope
just
no fish
relax.
bite. That's part of catching fish is fabulous, but it's actually the meditative state that when nothing's biting that you can get into if you're in an
Mhm.
atmosphere like that. It's yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so this weight release journey that I'm on, and I've done it before. I usually will release 10 pounds uh, rather quickly because of water retention, and that's really a good portion for me has been the water retention part. Um, and um, I when I do something, I do it to the fullest. And that's when I'm the most successful. Like I can't just halfway do it because it just doesn't feel right for me. And so because I have so many things that I will be doing in 2025, speaking, um, book signings, all this stuff that I just see, I want to make sure that I'm full of energy and, able to
You may be shopping for a new purple suit though, or at least a tailor to to take it in.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. But I'm excited about that. Just looking forward to all those things is exciting. And I forgot to mention, Bill, by the way, on Friday, Frank and I will officially get married. I'm excited. Uh, all my children will be there, which is wonderful. Um, and then we'll plan a nice little reception, late spring, early summer, and then we'll invite, family and friends, and whoever comes, fantastic. So
Yeah,
yeah,
you threw that out Saturday
yeah.
at that organizational meeting. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thanks. I'm excited. And I realize things always work the way they're supposed to, and they're meant to teach us things when we make certain decisions. And I'm grateful for all um my experience because I've learned a great deal. And um I feel excited about it. And so I've been joking around with Frank. I'm like, now I have a license to knuckle you up, buddy. So anytime we're doing things around the house, or we're out and about these last couple of days, I'm like, honey, guess what? We're getting married, and I got a license.
Don't scare him
Uh,
away.
oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't think I can scare him away.
Yeah, I
Um,
actually wrote down two extra things on that organizational thing when you and Mary were talking. And one of
mhm.
them was the finish my book, of course. Uh,
Yes, I'm looking forward to that, Bill, because so far the part you've shared with me, like I told you about my 99-year-old friend from when I was in property management that would come in. I find the stories blissful. That's the word. I like reading things about things that I don't know and learning. So I'm excited for you to finish that because I want to read more.
the funny part was I hadn't written it down until you guys started talking.
Mm,
So then I wrote it down, but that was the one thing. Well, there was more than one thing that I took out of that. But the one thing that really resonated with me was to break that particular thing down into three parts. The rest of my list is more of an ongoing
yeah.
type list that just needs to be prioritized each day. But this one, I can actually break down, finish my part through January, finish the other parts, which is really what I've been using as the holdup and the reason it's not done already of the stories from other people because I
Right.
wanted to add so many stories. And unfortunately, as of now, I still don't have, I wanted 200 to 300 stories in there from these people, from people I don't even know. And right now, I probably have less than 100, but it's okay. Whatever I get, and it'll
Mhm.
be fine. So yeah, I broke that down into finish mine in January, finish the other part with the other people in February, and in March actually package it up and publish it. So yeah, and then the other thing I wrote down was that I've been talking about here, and I not with you, but I haven't done anything really about it, and that's renew my passport. Your passport has to be good for 6 months if anytime you leave this country to go to another country, and mine expires in April. So it's at a point right now that if I had to go somewhere, they wouldn't let me in because I don't have enough time left on my passport. So not that I'm
Gotcha.
going anywhere. My grandson though is going to be stationed in Japan starting in May, so I need to get it done.
Definitely. Definitely. Better to get it done while it's on your mind than to wait. I don't know the reason I'm, sharing. Uh, so I have a loan that I pay on monthly, and it's on set up on automatic, draft. That way I don't have to worry about it, and it comes out several days before the due date. Just makes me
That's
feel
how I did
good.
the new car payment. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I went this morning to see if the payment had gone through because it normally comes out on the 15th. However, the 15th falls fell on yet on a Sunday, but I didn't see it in my like history or pending or any. So I went and I submitted a payment because I got myself a little worked up. I was like, I can't be late. Can't be late. So now there are two payments. So after our call, I have to make a call to my bank and say, hey, listen, $900 It's
Give me my
actually
money
close
back.
to a grand. Can't come out. One is already processing. After I scheduled the payment, another one, then I saw the one that's processing. So now I have two processing. And if they can't reverse it, it's all good. All is well. But if they can, it would be preferable. But I was like, ah.
And
And so what
if that doesn't work, will the place that you're paying the payment to accept that as two payments, one for this month and one for the next?
probably so, when you're at the beginning stages of paying a loan, it's most of it is going to
Interest?
interest. So either way, I'll see maybe they can just apply that to principal for period. And I'll continue to make my payments. It happened for a reason. I don't quite know the reason, except that I did get a little antsy, and so I acted in a bit of haste,
You
thinking it
worried.
wasn't there. I
Yeah.
did. I worried for that moment because I was like, I can't be late.
So just something to recognize
Yes.
and to in the future realize that the thought came out of a different place, and especially on a Sunday, and you already said it's several days ahead of when it's really due. You know, I just push this aside and wait till Monday. I'll call the bank. We'll figure this sucker out. And turn it
Right.
into a positive.
Yeah. And so the amazing thing is that when I realized it, I didn't like get bent out of shape. It was when I submitted the payment that I was operating from a thought of worry, like, oh, I got to make sure this goes through. So if it didn't go through yesterday, I need to make sure it's in there. It gives me several days before the due date. And so when I made the payment, it was made out of, being a little bit worried and concerned that it hadn't processed, but it was on automatic and I didn't see it. Um, but when I realized it, I was very calm and said, ah, dang it. Um, didn't mean to do that, but maybe it'll be a good, well, either way,
Yeah.
because I will either call and they'll say, no, we can't reverse it. And I'm like, okay, no worries. Please make sure you apply all of that payment to my principal, period, end of story. And then, when my next payment in January comes out, we'll continue to move forward, but it'll just lower my interest really if you apply stuff to principal.
Well, it'll lower your balance a larger amount in that 1 month than it normally would. Yeah.
Yeah.
But how would you have reacted 5 years ago?
I would have been really concerned and worried. I would have messaged you on Messenger if we were having these calls and be like, Bill, I can't make the call today. I have to call my bank now. I tried to message them and for whatever it didn't disconnect. And something literally, I had this feeling of there's no need to worry.
Yeah.
You'll get to it and everything is well. And so like I just didn't worry. But 5 years ago, I would have been panicking. I would have been like, I don't have the money. Where am I going to get an extra, $500 to pay for this loan? And then I suck. I'm terrible at doing things. Why didn't I look before I crossed the road? Why this?
It
And
spiraled down, down, down,
yes,
down, down.
yes,
So
all
celebrate your
the
growth.
yes, and that was really what is so amazing when I said it was amazing that I did not because I realized that there's really nothing to worry about. No matter how the outcome comes, I'm not in a state of, oh, what am I going to do? Where's this going to come from? Like it just was like, ooh, next time just slow down a little bit. And and like you said, it just came from the actual action of making that second payment came from a place of, ooh, it didn't go through. I don't see it. And so I just reacted instead of just
You
slowing down at that point.
reacted instead
I
of
reacted.
responding.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
So it was a beautiful lesson for me this morning.
Yeah. Acknowledge that what you did and then celebrate how far you've come. And we come further and further each day. And
All the time.
coming further is a good thing because we could be going the opposite direction and going further away, but we're coming
Absolutely.
further.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right. Okay.
Yeah, so it feels good. I'm at ease.
All is
Everything is
well.
well. Yes. And so just wanted to share that because I think it's important for people to know that there are going to be times in your life where things come up, but this is a very, for all of you watching this is a perfect example of how I am a human and so are you. And these things are going to happen at one point or another. And it's how you respond to a situation versus what I did in haste. I reacted. But even though I reacted right now in my moment, I'm not like,
It's a much different reaction than you would have had 5 years ago because
right,
of your growth. And it also, again, emphasizes the fact that don't wait for just this to celebrate that you're growing. Not just you, everybody that sees this thing. The
right,
more we celebrate the things that we are doing well on our journey, the focus we put on the celebration is helping us to have more and more and more of those good things happen and have more and more celebrations. And eventually the reaction will be exactly how you want the reaction to be. So,
definitely.
or the response will be
Yeah.
exactly how you want it to be. So,
And that applies to any experience that you're going through, personal, work related, relationship related. It really is about your response to situations. And if you make a very conscious, deliberate uh, intention to have a good day and understanding that there are situations that all of us, we all go through different things that we find some levels or degrees of difficulty or challenge in addressing. But again, this is where the deliberation, the deliberateness of making these decisions to feel good no matter what, no matter how tough it is, to say, I am going to have a great day. So that when these things come up, you can respond to it, acknowledge that this is a challenge for you, and ask yourself just really valid questions. If I worry about it, is it going to get me closer to a resolution? Probably not. If I feed into this negative emotion or feeling, is it going to help me to be in a better state of mind or feeling better about my day or my week or whatever the situation is? Probably not. So if you are being conscious and being aware of your thoughts, your feelings, and you can easily adjust your feelings and your emotions about things with a snap of a finger. And so it's really about your desire to either respond or continue to react, and then you'll continue to have more things to be upset about, and your challenges will become increasingly more challenging because of where your energy is going to. And so, again, for those of you that are going through difficult things in your life, sometimes you just have to tell the thing, I'm not letting you get to me, period. End of story. That's
yeah,
it. That's what you have to do.
human beings are the champion of seeing the negative side of any situation for the most part. We're champions, human beings. I mean, you very easily could have gone a whole lot more down the rabbit hole. I mean, you just said that 5 years ago you'd have gone down the rabbit hole, back up the rabbit hole, down the rabbit hole, and just kept going. And whose fault would it have been? Everybody's. It would have been the bank's fault because the bank should have let me know. It's this person's fault. It's this person's fault, and we focus that energy, and what happens to us? We just keep going lower and lower in what we're trying to our vibration, and so now the things that we really do desire have no chance of
Yeah.
coming there because we're focused on the damn bank who doesn't know
Mm.
how to do things on a Sunday when they're closed, even though everything's electronic. And they should have sent me a message personally to tell me that payment was coming. I mean, we can make up all kinds of stuff. I mean, I can, and a bank's a good. I remember going into uh, BB&T Bank. They're no longer. They actually merged with somebody else. I think it's SunTrust or something. And I had an account. I've had two really good encounters with banks. Anyway, BB&T one, I had was only using it for a specific thing, and I only kept enough money in that particular account to deal with just the specific things for that purpose, nothing else. So you can go in, you can put in a deposit, and then you write a check or whatever it is. It wasn't my personal bank account. And I did it in a way that the money should be there for everything that I was trying to accomplish. And all of a sudden, I had a charge on there for insufficient funds and blah, blah. And so I went down to the bank and I talked to them, got the manager out there, and we're talking, and I'm showing him the date stamps on the things I did. And he said, but that's not how we do it. We do it this way. And I said, well, close my account. Oh, no, no, we'll change it. No, close my account. That was my solution to the problem because I thought I had it figured out. I didn't get excited. I didn't, I just responded in a way that I thought was more beneficial for myself. So I see you're looking up. It looks like you got something going on.
Frank was just passing by. I was just acknowledging his presence. That was it.
Did you put the sugar in?
In the sugar?
Yeah, last time you put sugar in his coffee or something, he called you and you hadn't put the sugar in, and yet you swore up and down you put the sugar in.
No, no, I haven't made coffee. I just made my morning tea this morning before doing anything else because I
So
got
he's
up later than
responsible for the
normal.
sugar now.
Yeah, he's responsible for his coffee not being correct this morning. So we'll see how that turns out. But I think he's drinking tea as well, which we put raw honey in. So
Yeah,
yeah,
we buy honey, and if we leave it on the counter at certain times of the year, as it gets lower and lower, it
mhm.
crystallizes on us.
Mm,
And it's good honey. It's, organic honey.
yeah.
But I mean, yeah. Before we go, today I'm going to put out an invitation for the
Okay.
party on the 28th, which is a Saturday.
Which is a Saturday.
So I'll put in a Zoom link for that. More than likely, I'll also start an event page on the Dream and the Journey page. I found out
Okay.
there's a way to make an actual event out of it. I don't.
Nice.
So I'll do that as well for that. And then sometime during the week, I'll put together not a meditation, but a
My
imagination
movie.
thing. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a mind movie too on doing our intentions. So that'll be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll work on that as well. So Frank is off today because he has to take time off or he loses his vacation days. So he's taking off today. And we're going to do a couple of things because he's going to work on his room, setting up his room that's right next to mine, which is when you saw me look over, is because I was looking in the door is that way. So I don't know how that appears to you, but I notice when I'm looking at um, you, my eyes right now. So wherever my eyes are looking, you are on my left side of my screen and I'm on the right side. If I switch it, my eyes may be looking differently because I see you looking straight ahead at me.
That looks like my right hand on the screen to me, but it's actually my left. But to you, you
Yes.
can what does it look like for you?
Well, you're pointing to the right, but because in my mind, even as a little girl, this is how I associated my left. So if I can turn around and pretend that I was you, that's how I would know my left from my right, believe it or not. So I know that you're pointing left because we're sitting opposite.
Yeah.
I found this thing that I noticed under view when I'm by myself, like when I do screens, I have an immersive or immersion option.
Yeah, I have no idea what
And
that means.
yeah, and when I'm on a call with you, that same immersion doesn't show up. And that would just be that our screen is exactly the same and it looks like we're in a studio sitting next to each
Yeah, I just pushed
other.
the immersive,
Oh,
and what it showed for me, it's a square, and it's got one, two, three, four, five picture frames, and in the middle there's two frames, and one of them is you and one of them is me. I'm on the right, you're on the left. And then down at the bottom, okay, then it says place participant into view automatically or manually. And then they've got all kinds of different things under that. I mean, one of them's a fireplace. I have no idea what that is.
yeah, I was playing with those and see, it's not available to me right now. I don't know why, because it was the other day and then it just disappeared. There we go. Look at that.
That
We
looks
are
like
now
Thanksgiving. Let me do something. Let me make you co-host and see what happens.
we're co-hosting.
I'll make you co-host first. Okay, now see if it's available to you.
Um, no, it just says I can change the theme.
It doesn't have I've got one that still says it's checked, change immersive view, and then I've got one that says leave. Let me leave immersive view. Now see what you have.
Yeah, it's still not showing. It's something on
So let me
my
make you
end. It's the
host.
settings.
Now you're host.
I am the host. Let's see if oh, there it is.
Yeah, so you have to be
Oh, you know what? Yes, you have to be the host. I'm also realizing that now. And um, what was the other thing? There was something else. Um, hey, what? Oh, there you go.
yeah,
Um,
and I can't change it now because I'm not host anymore.
there we go.
Oh, I can reclaim host anytime I want. Okay.
You sure can because you are the host of this party.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is
I
what we
like
do,
that it
y'all.
changes. I like that it changes everything to one, the same
Hmm.
picture. So we could actually do that in our next Zoom,
Hmm.
even though I have to move over now. I was losing half a shoulder where I was sitting. Is that,
Oh, yeah, it's cutting you. What's going on? Hmm.
and I have to move further over for it to, unless it doesn't matter.
Actually, you know what? You can make your
No, I usually am over to the left of my screen because this is as far as this
yeah, is that all?
microphone will go. Um,
Gotcha.
and the lip on my desk is not a large enough lip to secure it to the front. It has to be all the way over to the side. And if I put it to the right, it's the same way. This is the I can move my computer
Hmm.
over, which is probably what I'll end up doing now after this, after talking about this. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll move the computer further. I just want to make sure my green screen continues to cover everything up. But I like the fact that we're all on the same. I like the fact we're drinking Evian water. I think it is up there at the top. Uh, no, it's probably some kind of skincare, isn't it?
Could be. It could be that Perry. What did that
Yeah, it
sparkling?
looks
Not
like
spark.
sparkling water, but everything
Yeah,
else looks like it's cosmetics.
yeah, it definitely does.
And
Hmm.
I like my water chilled. So, okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna do the invitation and set up the Zoom today. And then I'm
Uh,
going to spend the rest of my day doing the hypnotherapy thing and setting up a call with Kajabi. And
Fantastic.
then if I get information that I feel is sufficient from them, I might make a decision right there, depending, or I might try to get a three-way call so that somehow all of us can be on this, you, me, and whoever the person is. Um, because I want to get the best bang for our money on Kajabi. And right now we're not doing anything with us, but we really don't have anything except our book and your book
True.
to put on it right now. But that doesn't mean we can't set it up and learn how to do it ourselves.
I agree 100%. I tonight I also have a visualization vision board Zoom that I decided to participate in with Dr. Alicia Griffin, who is very close to Lisa Nichols.
Ah, you're moving up in the circle. You're getting closer and closer.
So I'm gonna enjoy that tonight, and I did the paid version of the imagination. Well, I'm calling it imagination because that's what it was for us, you and I. But for the visualization, I can't remember the exact way that it was framed, but to get a one-on-one with her personally, so that I can kind of get some tips from her as, you know, as a business person who went from, I mean, she's still a speech pathologist, but she decided to go all in on her dream of being a coach and doing all the amazing things that she's doing. And so I going to do this tonight at 7 p.m. and then see when I can have a one-on-one with her and kind of just pick her brain for how to, I guess,
Whatever,
accelerate.
yeah, whatever tips she can give you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I figured I'd do that, and I'm looking forward to that. So that's exciting. So that's what I'm doing this evening. Uh, Throughout the day, um, I'm going to work on my version of the Imagination Mind movie for Intention for 2025, and have a couple of things. I didn't write them down. Again, I had a late start this morning, so my brain is not fully out there. I haven't taken my brain vitamin yet.
Oh, I do that as soon as I breathe in. Let me
But
see.
try that from now on, Bill. Just take the um the brain meds as soon as I wake up. But I always I've made it a point to, as soon as I open up my eyes, just to say today's a great day.
And it really is. Every day is a great day.
Every
It,
day.
I don't want that one. Why would I want that one?
Oh wow.
You're the only student? Oh, you know what happens? Probably when we get the other people in there, they probably take
Yep.
up chairs.
Yes. That's the whole point. That's why you see numbers underneath all the like under the screens that you're selecting, you'll see like five, and then you'll see five seats or five placements.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that one says 25. Oh, they all,
Mhm.
boy, that's small print. One says two, one says five, two 25s, another two, and a 16. Oh, and then there's even more that I didn't even see we had. Oh, I like that.
Right?
So I'm going to go ahead and leave it at 25.
Look, look at already setting intentions.
Yeah, see, I'm going to leave it at 25 so that when nobody, if for some reason all 25 feet chairs aren't filled, I'll just say, well, so and so's not here, so and so's not here today. What's going
There you
on?
go.
You think-
Take attendance.
Hope they bring a note from.
It better be a valid note, nowadays. Tell you.
Yeah, it won't be this one, but I'm going to find one of the other ones that's 25. I like this. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, this is very
I,
cool.
I do I do too. I was having fun when I was playing around with it. So when I didn't see it on my Zoom, I was like, what happened to it? It was there. I got the upgrade. What's going on?
Yeah, that's not enough. Six people. This one that what did we have last time? Do we have six? Yeah, I think we had
Yeah.
six. So that would have worked perfectly, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Deliver happiness, six people.
Love it.
Yeah. Did you notice, or were your eyes closed during the imagination session that Dorothy tried to get in?
I didn't notice. I noticed that you had said, and I'm kind of glad that um, it would have interrupted things, and so just because of the time, like,
Five to six when she tried to enter the room, and I just
yeah,
ignored it. So, and
yeah,
that's what I will do next time as well, because especially if we're in an imagination session,
yeah.
and she stayed on there for probably about 5 minutes. Just before we ended it, the actual imagination session, she got off. And then we went another 30 minutes after that. It was an hour and a half, so worked out well. So
Yeah.
okay. Well, we sounds like we both got pretty much a interesting day going on.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. And we will definitely reconvene this imagination hour
I'll
mañana.
reach out to Donna today as well, rather than I was going to just ask whoever wanted to be on it. And I may still do that and then say, well, we've already selected one individual, but when the next one comes up, we're going to take more than one. Uh,
Okay.
and then we'll offer it as one of our courses, though. But
Okay.
we'll have success already built into it.
Right.
So I may do that after I find out whether or not Donna wants to. If she doesn't want to, then I will just open it up to find somebody that
Hmm.
wants to do it. So
Yeah. And
okay.
if not, it'll be me and you.
Yeah, yeah, we're going to do it.
Yes, definitely.
It would just be nice to have an individual other than the two of us, not because people wouldn't believe us, but we could have them write a review.
Definitely.
I,
Absolutely.
I don't want to write my own reviews for our Kajabi page. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that I know actually that legitimately I even though I haven't been practicing life coaching, I could actually reach out to individuals that um in the past that actually impacted to that degree to just kind of speak on what I've already been able to accomplish. So it's not anything that would be forced at all.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
confident with that.
I've got a couple already that have written things for me that I just saved in a folder just because I
Yeah,
thought I might. Actually, they wrote the reviews for me, and then I told them I'm just save them because in the future I might
yeah,
need it. I know Mary would write us one as well
yeah,
because we are going to want some reviews on the page of you know that people
definitely.
pay attention. And Lisa Nichols will probably write one. Uh,
I love that. Bill, just keep saying that. And I'm telling you, Lisa Nichols is going to be sitting front and center at one of our little seats.
I honestly believe that if we reach out, that will happen eventually. It might not start with Lisa Nichols, but we'll get some people on here. When Patty was talking about her daughter-in-law, Robin, that's the
Mhm.
Robin that travels? No. Remember she said that she was talking about a celebrity and she said her daughter-in-law was the married to Meadowlark Lemon or something like uh, and I thought she said her
Um,
name was Robin.
I might have missed that. I mean, I heard it, but I think I was focusing on her adorable grandbaby.
Oh yeah, she said her name was Robin Lemon.
Okay.
I wrote that down, and in my mind, I'm thinking, is that I know that's not the name that Robin uses, the one that travels around.
Oh no, I don't. Yeah, no, I don't think it is. I mean, they've never made.
I mean, she said it in such a matter of fact way, like we should have known her. Uh, so Okay, I got a bus to move here.
All right. Well, get to moving it, Bill.
We've already done an hour and 13 minutes.
All
Uh,
right.
and
Well, it's
I only get paid for $1 or for an hour. So if I'm only getting paid for an hour, I'm gonna check with human resources. Fine. All right. You have a great day.
you as well, Bill. It's been a pleasure having this conversation and look forward to reconvening this beautiful imagination hour mañana.
And I will send you a copy of this as well as put it on our YouTube channel.
Fantastic. I love it when a plan comes together.
All right. Deliver happiness. I'll see you.
All right. Bye.